Hi Lincoln Charter School artist, it's Mrs. Peterson here. Today we're going to be making hearts in the style of artist Chris Uphues. So for this lesson you're going to need a pencil, you're going to need a black marker or a black crayon for tracing, and you're going to need something to color with such as crayons. So let's get started. The first thing I need to do on the back of my paper is I need to write my name, and I need to write my room number. And then I'm going to flip over my paper so that I can't see my name anymore. Our papers are going to be going horizontally today, which means side to side. To start this project, we're going to be drawing hearts. And you can have big hearts or little hearts. I tried to get 5 or 6 hearts on your paper. Drawing hearts can be a little bit tricky, so if you want to practice drawing hearts first on a separate piece of paper, that might be a good idea. But I'm just going to get started drawing my hearts. I'm going to start with a big one here. Whenever I draw a heart, I always start at the bottom. Some people like to start at the top, so I start at the bottom, curve around, and then curve back down to the point. So that's a pretty good size heart. Let me do another one down here. Start at the bottom, curve around, and back down. Sometimes when you look at Chris Uphues' artwork, his hearts are overlapping, which means one looks like it's on top of a different one. So I'm going to try to make a heart that goes behind this heart. So I'd only draw part of it. So I'd start here and then stop my line when it's going through the other heart. And then finish drawing my heart. And I still have a little bit of space in my paper. Maybe I'll make some smaller hearts down here. This one, maybe a little tiny one right here. And as I said, 5 or 6 is probably a good number to aim for with this project. Now that I have all of my hearts drawn, I'm ready to start adding faces. I will provide you with a worksheet or examples on Google Slides of how to draw faces in different mouths. Each heart needs to have a different personality, so its face should look a little bit different. You don't want them to all be the same. So as I'm drawing these, I'm just using this reference sheet as a guide. You'll be able to look at the different images of faces with eyes and mouths when you work on your project too. So I'm gonna start with the mouth, give this one a tongue. Then I need some eyes. And once again, I'm just getting these ideas from the worksheet. You can always think of your own ideas too. It's totally up to you. I'm not going to color anything in yet, even if the worksheet shows it as being black. I'm gonna wait until I trace or color it. Sometimes Chris Uphues adds a nose to his hearts. Sometimes he doesn't, so you can decide whether you'd like to add those. And I'm just gonna keep going in and try to do different eyes and different mouths on my heart. So each one has a different expression, a different personality. And remember, because this one's overlapping, some of the mouth is behind the heart in the front. So I'm just going to continue to draw my faces on my hearts, and then I will check back in with you. I finished all the faces on my hearts, and now you can decide to leave your project just like this, or you can add a simple background. Sometimes Chris Uphues does clouds or rainbows or a sun in the background of his heart murals. So I think I'm just going to do not a complete rainbow, but just draw the shape of some rainbow lines in the background. Now, once again, I'm overlapping, so I'm pretending this heart and this heart is on top of my rainbow. So I'm stopping my line when I get to the heart. And you can pick where you'd like to put your lines, and you don't even have to have any lines in your background. This is totally up to you. It's your design. So I think that looks good like that. Maybe I'll do one more line down here. And once again, I'm just pretending that the lines go behind the hearts that I already drew. Okay, now that I'm finished with my lines, I am ready to trace with a black marker. If you don't have a black marker, you could always use a black pen or a black crayon, whatever you have available to you. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my black marker and carefully trace all of my pencil lines with the marker. If there's something that I want to color black, for example, if I was tracing this eye and I want to trace part of the eye black, this would be the time for me to do that instead of wasting my time coloring it in with a pencil. So I will just continue tracing all my lines, and after I'm finished with that, I will check back in with you. I've traced all my lines and now I'm ready to color. Now before you start coloring, let's talk about bright colors. Bright colors are usually light colors. So when I'm thinking about colors and I think about something bright, I'm not going to use a black or a dark purple or a dark blue. I'm going to be using light, bright, almost highlighter kind of colors when I color this project. So colors like pink or yellow or red or lighter greens, these would all be good colors to use when you're coloring this project. Just like any art project, when I color, I'm really going to take my time and do my very best coloring. I'm going to stay inside the lines. I'm going to make sure this is nice and neat. And I'm also going to try to make every single heart a different color. I don't want them to all be the same color. So I'm just going to work on coloring my project, and I'll probably also color my rainbow, and then I'll be finished. I'm all finished with my project, and I love how the hearts all have their own personality. I can't wait to see what you guys created. See you soon.